Our first storyteller of the evening will be Jeff Zimmerman. Come on! It feels good to make a joyful noise. Come on!
All right, cut the shit. Thanks. I haven't had a really good cry since like 2009. I was sitting in bed, recovering from surgery for testicular cancer, and I was sitting there watching Cheers on my laptop. I'd taken the day off. I'm fine now. I'm a man down, but I'm fine. But I'd taken the day off to just feel my feelings a little bit. And I'm eating Ben & Jerry's at like 10 o'clock in the morning and watching Cheers on my laptop. And I didn't see the sadness coming, you know what I mean? But something about the theme song, like the way he just hits that note, and all of a sudden I'm just bawling, and I was just like, I want to go, everybody knows my name, fuck. It's just all coming out of my face. And my girlfriend looked over at me and she said, there's something wrong with you, and you really need to go to the doctor. I've seen this before. I was like, all right. I went to the doctor, and I had my blood checked. Turns out I didn't just have low testosterone. I had like eat, pray, love testosterone, like none, and an interest in hot yoga. And they took a syringe, and they jammed it in my ass and just filled it up with fake testosterone. 8 hours later, I'm playing big buck hunter with one hand and drinking whiskey with the other. I'm serious. But what does it say about gender roles in our society that the one time I'm entitled to a really good cry, my girlfriend, the person that loves me the most, looks at me and goes, there's something wrong with you. And she's right. And like I really envy that women are socialized to be allowed to cry and just defrag the hard drive and process all the feelings and move on. We just have to keep packing it in there like jamming t-shirts into a pipe. And then like get a heart attack when you're 41 and everybody's like, what's wrong with him? Well, I should have been allowed to try out for the High School Musical, that's one thing. Should have let him express that. And I got married this summer and nobody tells straight dudes, yeah, thanks, you guys, it was great, should have been there. Really stirs up the paint can for dudes. Like all the feelings that I thought I had processed were just on the bottom and they're just flying around all over again. I was just lie there and look at my soon-to-be wife in bed and think, we have just entered into a pact to watch each other die. And I'm naturally competitive, so what does winning look like? The obvious answer is she goes first, but then I'm left and I can't live without her. I gotta kill myself. What is the most dignified way for an old man to kill himself? We just lie there and look at the dark and think about that and just carry it around. And then I was like, nah, realistically speaking, I hope for her sake that the cancer comes back in like 10 more years and kills me first so she can grieve and then find somebody while she's got a couple options, you know? That's what I want for her. I'm just carrying that around and it's just balling up, just tight and tight. And then I was just grieving for I love a good first date. Like the fourth one, I can take or leave, but the first one, it can just be magical. And ours was so perfect. After dinner, we're standing there in the street, and I was just looking at her, and her face is just shining, and I said, I just cannot believe this night's about to end. I want you to come home with me. Just come home. And full disclosure, I'm gonna sell the shit out of consensual sex when we get home, but if you're not into it, like, I'm gonna try it again because I'm not doing it to be polite. But after like time 2 or 3, for real, I'll sleep on the couch. Look, I just want to spill the beans with you till dawn. I don't want this night to end. Just whatever happens is fine. And she looked at me and she just smiled. She goes, I never do this. And takes my hand and we start walking to my place. And I just thought, oh my God. What I said, I never do this either. But what I meant was this has never worked. Try it all the time. And then the next morning I'm lying there looking at her and just this silver orb comes out of my face and heart and it's coming out of her face and heart and it's just like Donnie Darko but magical but good, you know, it's just going like that. And I just can't stop looking at her face And I just said, I gotta tell you something. And she's like, it's okay, I think I gotta say it too. And I was like, it just feels really weird right now. And she goes, no, we're in the orb, we'll protect us, it's fine. And I was just like, I love you. She goes, I love you too. And we started a long distance relationship, and that was like 5 years ago. But we can never do that again, ever. It's just gone forever. The first bite of every peach is always the best. It's a shitty way to move through an orchard, but it's true. And I was just like, missing, just grieving for that. And it's just building up and building up. And then it's our wedding day. And I saw her come down, and for like 2 weeks, I got in a fight with her every day about nothing, about like just what song the DJ was gonna play first or whatever. And then I just am sitting there and just all day I've been fine, I'm just fine. No, let's just get this thing going. All right, fuck, just sit down. And then I saw her come down the aisle, and I just see her face, and just the whole world just goes, and it just makes this like golden tube, again with the metallic metaphors, and I could just see her face at the end of it just gleaming. And for purposes of this story, it's yours there, buddy, with the beard, and it's just going, and it's moving towards me, just getting bigger. And she's standing next to me, we're just looking at each other, and I was just like, all I could just see her was just smiling, and my whole body just goes like this. And I thought, oh, Jesus Christ. Like, how can you be grieving for stuff that already happened? If you spend so much time focusing on the past, you're not going to look to the future. We get to have this whole future together. We get to just build it. And whatever I am worried about is not going to happen. And all the bad stuff is always a surprise, but all the best good stuff is too. And it's just going to come, and it's going to be amazing. And at that point, the minister was like, Jeff, you have to say some things now. You have to, Jeff, are you all right? And what I thought was, yeah, I'm fine. But what I said was, yeah, I'm fine. And it just came out all over again. My face was like the bottom of a snail in front of everybody I've ever loved. And I was just like, I love you, I do. We'll figure out the dying thing, it's gonna be fine. And I got married. And that cry's gonna have to hold me for like 5 more years, because I'm good. Thanks.